is Laura Barron, and some of you might know me through my recording with Patty Dallas. We recorded many cassettes in those days for young children and performed all over the area. And for a while, our business was located here in Yellow Springs. The Dallas family was always really important to me, but particularly in my late 20s, when I was in a very pivotal point in my life, and I lived with the Dallases for a little while in their home. Dal made homemade bread, and it was something that he loved to do, and it stuck in my memory. So many nights, Patty and I maybe had a show at the library or somewhere, but we'd always come home, and Willa and Dal would pull the table out from, the small living room and set it with all the beautiful napkins and food, and we'd sit down, and we'd always, hold hands and just sing a short song. And many, many meals were shared with me. I felt it was kind of an oasis at a pivotal point in my life. Dal was the voice on our recording, The Golden Glow, which is a story about Dugan and his life in a tree with his family. I really didn't know who Dal was. I knew he was in theater, but I didn't realize the voice and the spirit that went into that recording. And I always felt like the Dallases were like Dugan's family. Even yesterday when we went to the friend's home to see Willa, we sang for a few minutes, and I felt that it's like an engine kind of love that just starts reverberating with the Dallas family, and I felt it when I was singing yesterday. And that sort of engine of love was there for me, as I said, as an important moment in my life. Dal was a gentle, wonderful spirit. I knew him when he was, in the older part of his life. He always loved my music and was always listening and making astute comments and observations, but mostly in his way, just being there. When I met my husband Seth, who's a storyteller, we started to attend the Dallas reunions, and I would sing, and Seth, my husband, would tell stories. I think it's because of Seth's background in theater that there was a special connection also with Dal and him. I like to read a short message from Seth, and then I'd like to sing a song that I wrote for Dal, like yesterday. Because sometimes people know the muse hits, so you don't know when it's going to hit. But this is from Seth. Whenever I heard Dal's name, I always thought Dal. His spirit was unobtrusive, yet penetrating. His demeanor was soft, yet his vision and insight found its way to the core. Always welcoming, he transformed every action to love. Being in his presence was like an awakening in nature, both mundane and profound. I will always be grateful to Dal and Willa for the sanctuary they provided my wife, Laura, when she needed it most. Creating the respite in which she authored a pivotal life change. His voice, mannerisms, and spirit lives on in all of us, but are most visible in Nathania, who carries the legacy of his gentle strength and brings it to the world through her relationships with a myriad of others, people as lucky as me. Today, on Father's Day, it is easy to see the beauty of Dal's soul and his remarkable children, each remaking the world through their creativity of their spirits, cultivated in Dal's great heart from infancy to recent days. Dal's legacy moves through us. He is like water, the greatest and gentlest of elements with the most complete penetration. The world is so much richer for his life, truly a gift for us all in all we touch. Is it up all the way? This song is called Like a Ripple.